going on, guys? It's Colin here for NextGenTactics, and I wanted to kick off this video with a quick tip that I hope will help you increase your awareness in game. And I take you to Squad Deathmatch on Panama Canal, where I'm playing with a squad that isn't communicating, and I'm trying to talk to them. They're not talking back, so I have to rely on the other information I can gather in order to figure out what's going on. And the first thing that I notice is in the squad display, one of my squad mates, Eagle Fox, is now down. After I see that, I go immediately to the kill feed to see what happened, and I notice that he's been taken out with a combat knife. So I know that I just passed Eagle Fox in taking this position, and he's on my left. So now I know that there's got to be an enemy to my immediate left, and I react accordingly. I take this guy down, and I save myself a death. Hopefully, guys, that's somewhat helpful. If you weren't already aware of that, you always want to be watching the squad display and the kill feed in order to figure out information as to what's going on. And, in objective game types, if you see a lot of enemies dying, it's time to push. If you're attacking and you're paying attention to your squad display and you know that the rest of your squad mates are down, it's time to lay back. Anyway, on to the gameplay here, which is a rush attack game on Hill 137. This is some Vietnam gameplay. And this was actually a game where I started out pretty slow, and I'm playing with Stone, playing also with Hobo and Lutz Commando. And Hobo and Lutz are incredible jackrabbits. They are all over MCOM stations like you wouldn't believe. So they're running lightweight kit. Anytime they can sprint to a station and arm it, that's what they do. So given that I have two guys on my team that like to play that role, basically what I'm doing is sitting back and playing sort of a spawn point support role. And I know that I've talked about that a little bit in the past, where I kind of like to mix it up and do a bit of, passive gameplay, aggressive gameplay. Well, in this game, I'd been having a rough couple of rounds and was just trying to compose myself and get back in the groove. So when I find that I'm dying a lot and I'm getting frustrated, I'll just slow down the pace a bit, and knowing that I have guys that are ready and willing to go arm MCOM stations, I just kind of took advantage of that. So I'm not going to talk a whole lot about this gameplay, to be honest. I had a couple of other things that I wanted to discuss with you guys, so I figured that this was probably a good game to do it, where I am just kind of sitting back and not employing a lot of tactics. Right here is a hilarious moment. This guy comes at me with a flamethrower. He runs right by me, and I'm just kind of watching and laughing right now. I have time to reload my gun and shoot him in the back, so awareness failure on his part, but I think that his vision was probably obscured by the flamethrower. And right here, I actually just take a passive glance up to the right before trying to arm this MCOM station, and I get shot. So, you want to take a little bit more time to clear the area before you try and arm an MCOM station, especially right there, and, that was just a failure on my part. But I make up for it with a little double when I spawn back in. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is basically what I've been working on, and I have a video in the works right now which is actually going to probably be posted in two parts, and that is a rush playbook for Eureka Harbor, and that shows my attacking routes that I like to use for all 5 bases with examples and diagrams, all that sort of thing. So I have that in the works. Eureka is probably the most requested map that I get when folks are telling me they're having trouble with a map, so I'll get that posted for you in the next couple of days, hopefully over the weekend. And the other day I would have posted the live in-game communications commentary, which was with the guys that I normally play with, actually 3 of us in a squad on Valparaiso. So I have that, I have the playbook, I've been doing some of the back-to-basic stuff for Battlefield. So, let me know what you'd like to see more of. I guess I'm polling you guys for feedback. What have you liked so far? What would you like to see me doing differently? I will continue to put out some Battlefield Bad Company 2 content. I'm still working on ranking up to level 50. Because I've actually played on Xbox and PS3, I've kind of split my points between the two of them, so I think if I added them together, I'd be a rank or 2 closer, but, that's how it goes, and I do enjoy playing on the PS3. Let me know. Do you want to see some core PS3 gameplay? I think I've posted primarily Xbox footage so far, and just let me know. I'm open to suggestions. A couple of you have suggested pistols only squad deathmatch, which I think we might try and get tonight. I'm going to be playing with some of my regulars, so we might do a bit of a pistols only squad deathmatch. We might try Litterbug and Battlefield squad deathmatch and see what happens. So that should be interesting, and if we get any fun games, I will definitely post them here, and we'll go from there. And obviously, it's going to be quite a while before Battlefield 3 comes out. That's slated for the fall of 2011, and I'm not going to continue to post nothing but Battlefield Bad Company 2 here on NextGenTactics until that happens. Now that said, I'm not going to be covering Call of Duty Black Ops or any of the games that are already being covered extensively by Guns for Hire and Spider-Bite, but what I think I might do is actually pick up a copy of Homefront and give that a play and see what I think. So if you guys would like to see some Homefront gameplay here on NextGenTactics when that's available, you let me know. I'll be happy to provide it, and you know, we'll just kind of play it by ear for the rest of the year until Battlefield 3 comes out, as far as, you know, what I'm going to be doing. And I'm probably, I'm looking more and more seriously at doing a gaming PC up for the for Battlefield 3 to get sort of that 64-player experience, which is something that I'm really looking forward to. And a bunch of you have sent me some really helpful messages around pricing of gaming rigs and that sort of thing. So I was probably overestimating my required budget a little bit, so it's going to make it more feasible. It's not going to be immediate, but definitely before Battlefield 3. I want to give myself some time to get up to speed gaming on the PC, so I'll be doing that, and I'll be polling you guys for feedback, and you know, obviously tips as well. I haven't played on a PC, as I said, since about '96, so it's gonna take me a while to make the transition from console to PC, and I plan to keep going back and forth. I'm gonna do console coverage of the popular shooter games and what I'm playing. So fear not, guys, on the Xbox and PS3. I'm gonna be playing all of them. It just means that I'm not gonna be ranking up as fast to max rank in all these different games as I'm gonna be on a number of different platforms, but that's great because it enables me to play with more subscribers and more people in the community, which is always a lot of fun. So anyway, the last thing that I'm going to talk about is on a bit of a personal note, which I haven't talked about too much here on NextGenTactics, but a week from today, and today is Friday, my wife and I are actually expecting our second little daughter. So that's a scheduled C-section on Friday the 25th. And as a result, my video output's going to go down for a little while, as is my gaming time, obviously. So we're going to have a newborn here at home. That's a lot of work, and last time when our first daughter was born, I took a few weeks off work and, you know, tried to do my half of the work in getting up in the night and that sort of thing. Obviously, you know, feeding is a bit of a challenge for me, given that I'm not equipped, but, you know, I still like to try and help out where I can. And so, as a result, over the next few weeks, I'm going to do as much as I can in the next week before next Friday, but after that happens, I'm going to be on a little bit of hiatus. I'm probably going to post some little video logs to my personal channel that aren't really gaming related, just giving updates on progress. If you're following me on Twitter, then you can, I'll probably post a couple of pictures when they're available also. So it's DCRU Colin, DCRU Colin on Twitter, no spaces or anything like that. So I'll keep you guys up to date as to how things are going, and I will keep on with the gaming and keep on with the videos. Things are just going to slow down a little bit for a few weeks. Anyway, it has been a pleasure as always. Cheers, we'll talk soon.
Hey guys, we now have our own website. Actually, we've always had our own website, but why not follow us on there? There you'll find all our videos conveniently sorted into playlists by game, as well as videos from many other directors that are part of our NGT network. And here you can create subscriptions for individual games and only receive notifications for new videos uploaded for the games that you are subscribed to. Isn't that fantastic? No more spam video email notifications. And stay in touch with us on our full featured forums. Remember, all the relevant links are always in the description of our videos. Click on them. Come join us on our website. We'll see you there.